Fala, meu povo, estamos aqui na Afro TV, no Centro Histórico de Salvador, recebendo uma realeza. Não é todo dia que a gente recebe uma realeza. E hoje a gente vai conversar com o rei de Gana, Tetteh IV. Primeiro, eu queria, rei, que o senhor contasse para a gente um pouco da sua história e o significado do seu nome, até para que as pessoas entendam esse significado e o como ele conecta com a sua história.
Yes, my journey. First, my name is His Royal Majesty Nene Tetteh Ayiku Abordonu IV. I am the ruler of the Kabiawechu clan of Adan State of Ghana, West Africa. We occupy the capital region of Ghana. My journey is something. Yes, first, after my early education in Ghana, I went to study in Cambridge medicine. Yeah, but somewhere along the line, I dropped off and went into business. I first, with my 3 British partners, formed the Pathways Aviation. And the reason of forming this Pathway Aviation is to try to reduce prices in airfare to Africa. But as the company was thriving, my girlfriend that we built the company together was electrochemical engineer in Oxford. So on one of her trips to Saudi Arabia to test the oil, she has chronic asthma and she had an attack and died. Saudi Arabia. So it was emotionally controlling this company, so we sold the company. I then became a director of a group called the Ascot Group, whereby I was selling commodities on the Rotterdam spot market all over the world. And at a point, I said, no, let me go to the US and study business administration. So I went first to a university called the Felician College in New Jersey, where I got a bachelor's in business administration. Then I continued to the University of Maryland, College Park, and I got an MBA, master's in business administration. Then I continued to the University of California, Berkeley, for a doctorate in business administration with concentration in business, in leadership and strategic planning. By which time the royal doors start knocking at me. So I was installed 9 years ago as a king to my people. When this call came, I decided that, I want to unite Africa. I want to be the president so I can unite Africa. But little do I know that. But as a royal, you sit on the seat for the rest of your life and you can use the royal powers to unite Africa. And that's where my journey began. I started putting the monarchs of Africa together. The reason being that it was a time of the monarchs that the West came for our brothers and sisters from the diaspora. So we, the monarch, now has this responsibility to bring our people back home. So when I started this work, governing the monarchs, talking to them all over Africa, the United Nations called on me and gave me an eminent seat in the Indigenous Forum of the United Nations and also made me a global peace ambassador. Yes. And now we are at the point of exploding this mission. We formed the Royal Majestic Returned. We want our people that came to the diaspora as slaves under that inhumane situation, we want to send them, let them come back to Africa as royals. And now the strategy is we are forming the tour companies globally so that we take them home and put them into family houses, create families for them in Africa, so that anytime they come to the diaspora and they want to go home, they have a home to go. So my journey to Brazil is to collaborate with Professor Dagoberto. Dagoberto is building a ship called Blaster Line that he will take 2,000 Brazilians to the continent, where we are going to give them names and give them homes. and will continue to other African countries in the southern hemisphere of the Americas. And when we finish, we're going to other places in the world, Europe, America, etc. We are doing this because we've seen that spiritually, we Africans know that the Western civilization has come to its pinnacles, and anything that goes up must come down. And the doors for the black race has opened. And we are the mothers and fathers of civilization. And we, the fathers of civilization, knows that we cannot discriminate against nature. Why is it so? Is that we, the blacks, when we were holding the helms of affairs of civilization, when Socrates, all of them came down to Egypt to study, we never discriminated. We, the black people, built the first university in Europe, the University of Salamanca in Spain. And we gave them our knowledge. And when they got the knowledge, they even at the time of Cleopatra attacked the library of Apollo and took everything from the library and set fire into the library, purporting that the library was burnt. And these secrets were kept in Vatican. And that opened the doors for the Western civilization. And when we were controlling civilization, we never knew color. So now, the universe said, our time is up, Africa. So now, the world, we can, if we are not paying attention, you will see that the Chinese are rushing to Africa to build their factories because now their lifestyle has gone up and their population is not expanding. And when they manufacture in China, they are not making that good money. So they are bringing their manufacturing to Africa so that they can export to China. Meaning that very soon, Africa will start controlling industrialization. And even the Indians, they are bringing the tech into Africa. Now, when we look, Japanese are even closing their schools because they don't have babies to go to school. Europe population is not developing. America is divided that they are not even moving forward. And who is moving forward now is Africa. By 2050, African population will be 2.5 billion. That's the United Nations data. Meaning that every 4 human beings walking on Mother Earth, one will be an African. Why am I saying all this? Because we want you, the black people in the diaspora, to come quick and take your place in Africa before the white people take monopoly there. It's your home. And any tree that does not have a root doesn't flourish. So go back to your roots so that you can flourish. And also, we want to change the narrative because now they've seen that brothers in the diaspora and Africa are coming together. They've changed the narrative, painting horrible narratives that we sold our brothers to slavery. It's not so. It's not so. We didn't cross the Atlantic to go and give our brothers, sell our brothers into slavery. They came there. First, they sent the missionaries 100 years, brainwash us, saying that our gods and the nature that we worship is fetish, is not good, is satanic. And they have the supreme God that takes care of everything. But knowing that God is like a president with his ministers. All the gods we worship that time are ministers. Some are for the air, for the water, for the sea, for the mountains. They are all ministers that God has created on earth to assist us. But they told us the narrative that is bad, is satanic, and we agree. And now everything our ancestors taught us with rubbish. Now we are raising the power of our ancestors to change the narrative. We didn't sell our brothers and sisters. We didn't. So we, the kings, have decided to tell our own story, not anybody telling our story for us. If I will go on, we will never close this interview. So at this point, I will say thank you very much, and I will come back to Brazil and we'll continue the conversation. Thank you.
Obrigada, Rei. Obrigada. Obrigada, gente. Foi um prazer imenso estar com o Rei de Gana, fazendo um pouco dessa conexão, conversando um pouco sobre a história e trazendo essa realidade que o próprio racismo, que a própria colonização também afetou o nosso povo. Então a gente agradece por estar aqui na Afro TV.